Hey, folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. This intraday video for Thursday, June 30th, 2011 is sponsored by Realtic. All right, let's get into the mix today, guys. Markets are having another solid rally day. This is 4 days in a row. The market is still jubilant after the aid package looks all but done. It's a done deal to Greece, and again, that will stave off default, which is big for the global economy. It's big for Europe, and it's big for Greece. So markets, again, guys, beautiful move to the upside. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up another 129 points today, 1%. NASDAQ up 31%, and S&P 500 up about 11.5 points, or 0.9% on the day. Now, the bottom line is this, folks. I called this rally last week, Friday after the close, when we were trading at 126 and change, and I'll go back to that on the chart. Take a look back here. This was Friday's close. I wrote to my subscribers on the hot charts and alerts, which those of you that have the free trial, or if you want to take a free trial, can take one. I said, listen, I still expect a rally next week. There's no reason they're going to drop this market. It is going higher. Sure enough, proof is in the pudding, right? Look at the markets to the upside here. Unbelievable 1, 2, 3, 4-day surge in these markets. We just hit a pivotal level. I repeat, a pivotal level on the daily chart, on the intraday charts. We just tagged it. Again, I've put out many alerts today. There's swing trade alerts going out fast and furiously to our Research Center members. Again, if you're a member, you can log in and view those Research Center alerts. They're swing trades, and again, I'm not going to reveal what they are, but they are already looking like great trades, great positions, and great profits. So I encourage you to take a free trial if you have it, just to get those alerts. But in any case, bottom line is, market has just tagged a master level up here around the 132 level. Research Center subscribers know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're watching this and you're a Research Center member, you can understand exactly what I mean by that. But in any case, market's starting to come down a little bit. The problem is there's no volume in this market. The volume is dying out. Holiday is here, basically. Tomorrow is going to be a very, very light day, assuming nothing happens over there in Europe as well. So, again, it might be a little tough in the next day or so for the markets to fall, but I do think you might have a little bit of a pullback after such a big move on the charts here in the next couple, early into next week. Maybe by mid next week we start to see a little bit of a pullback. I would not be shocked to see that at all. All right, so just be aware of that. It'll be interesting to see if this 132 resistance area does hold up. Beautiful even number pierced to 132.10. I actually gave that level out to the Research Center subscribers in the morning chat to be a short, and it worked out perfectly, as you can see the pullback. Now you're at the 20 moving average, therefore you're going to start to get a little bit of a bid right here. The trend lines on the charts continue to work, guys. Yesterday, this green line held up, pulled back, then popped back to the green line. Today, small gap up, surge to this reddish line. Consolidation pullback, beautiful little scalp, and then going to the green line, and then another pullback. So the levels continue to work. These levels come essentially from our calculations on price pattern and time. They're great levels, and again can be utilized for scalps on the daily charts. If we go to the daily chart, swing trade levels, and again daily chart, look at that 50 moving average, beautiful pierce on that 50 moving average. Qs are the same thing. If you take a look at the Qs, look at that hit of the 200 moving average, beautiful little hit right there. So again, markets looking a little bit on the toppy side here short term, but with the light volume, it's unlikely we'll see a major pullback until any time next week. I just don't see it before the holiday unless some crazy news breaks. Remember, they pushed the jobs report off till next week at this point, so you're not going to get unemployment and non-farm payrolls tomorrow like you normally would on the first Friday of every month. All right, spiders are getting a little bit of a bounce. You may go back and retest that upper level. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So again, we know the markets are rallying because of the Greek situation. The key is, though, keep in mind, guys, it's not necessarily the Greek situation that the markets are liking. It's the fact that the euro off of the Greek situation is going up. Therefore, the dollar is falling. And when the dollar falls, the markets go in the opposite direction. And look at that drop on the dollar. I mean, you can't get a better drop than that. UUP is falling, and therefore that's pushing the markets up. And again, notice the UUP over the last 4 days, guys. If we go to the daily chart, 1, 2, 3, 4. What has the market done? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's perfectly opposite. And if the dollar continues to fall, frankly, then the markets probably won't really pull back much until the dollar starts to bounce. I mean, it's just the way it is right now. And again, I think ultimately the dollar will probably go down into this area right here. A lot of support down in this range, but I'm going to get more into that in a nightly video tonight with my Research Center subscribers. All right, obviously with the dollar weakness, take a look at oil. Oil is basically pausing after a huge move up earlier in the week on weakness. GLD is down as well. You're seeing a little bit of a pullback in commodities today, only because, again, they've had such a big run. Gold, silver, and oil have all had big pops. SLV, same thing, down slightly after a couple big push days here. I still think SLV is going for that 200 moving average on the daily chart, but I'm not going to really get into that at this point. Just a reminder as well, folks, you have the No Hype Live will be next Monday night. Remember, Monday the markets are closed, so I'm going to have a No Hype Live most likely Monday night, probably around 9 p.m. We're going to dissect the markets. I'm going to do live analysis, live questions, Q&A, and we're going to get into some trade alerts for next week. In addition, next week I'm going to release the Hidden Gems most likely on Wednesday. That's a small cap with explosive upside potential, 50% or more in 6 months. And again, we're going to continue to look for that. And I'll be posting new trade alerts as well. So we're getting trade alerts today going into the weekend. We're going to get trade alerts next week. We're going to get Hidden Gems. We're going to get No Hype Live. It's going to be crazy. And again, enjoy this weekend, because when you come back from this weekend, the volatility should be back in this market. The trading should be fantastic, and profits will flow again. All right, let's take a look at a couple other stocks that are making moves today. I thought Caterpillar was a very interesting chart over the last few days. Caterpillar's had a big bounce. Look at this daily from the 200 moving average. Perfect kiss of that. Look at the size of the bounce. You're piercing the 50 moving average. Where are you going to go? In my opinion, you're going right here. I mean, you're almost there essentially at this point. This is your level right here. And again, you're just underneath that on Caterpillar. That's going to be major resistance, guys. Major resistance around 106.50-ish, give or take a little bit on Caterpillar. All right, today it hit 105.99 so far, so only about 50 cents off that level at this point in time. Also, let's take a look what are other stocks that are doing today. I mean, what's rallying out there? You have JP Morgan having a good day again. JP Morgan had a big day yesterday. That's coming back today with a second update. Remember, I still called the low on these financials about 2 weeks ago, and if we take a look at Bank of America, perfect. Look at Bank of America, guys. That was where the low call went out, right over here. That call has been a beautiful call, one for the ages, for those of you that wanted to get long on these financials for a longer-term buy. And I said it probably would be at least a low pivot for a multi-month period, and it looks to be that way. Morgan Stanley, same thing, and I played Morgan Stanley a couple times off this low, but this is where I called the low on Morgan Stanley, and look at it since then. It's retested the low a couple times, but continues to bounce up, and almost every bounce we're nailing it for the long side here on the charts, so it's, again, a very nice one right there. Microsoft having a good day. Semiconductors. Take a look at the semis today, guys. This is what's carrying the NASDAQ. This is the SMH, which is the semiconductor ETF. Look at the size of that candle today. This is really what's leading the NASDAQ, the semis. You have Intel up over 3%. You have Dell up almost 2%. Monstrous moves on the semis today. Google's having another good day, up about 7 points. That's back above $500. I called a buy on the Pro Trader watch list, which is part of the Research Center. Pro Trader watch list buy was at $480 right down here. Why did I have a level there? Well, if you go to the charts, let me just get rid of these lines here. If you go to the chart here, there was a major pivot low right here. See this little pivot low where it pushed up, paused? That tells you there's support there. Draw that right across, and that's your level right there. So again, right around the 480 level, it pierces it, and then look at the bounce on it. Unbelievable. Just know the charts, guys. The charts will dictate everything. Too many people out there get bogged down by all these RSI, MACD nonsense. It's all BS, frankly. It's all BS. You don't need to pay attention to it. Learn price pattern and time. Keep it simple, and you'll make way more money. Those levels, those type of indicators are given to every average Joe out there, and that's why they don't work very well. Trust me, if it worked really well, it obviously would be kept secret by the institutions. They're willing to give that stuff out. What do they keep secret? They keep their black box trading platforms secret, their logarithms. All right, though, that's what we do. Again, we do this stuff. We keep it basic. We keep what works, and therefore we profit. All right, guys. Again, good stuff today. Good trades out in the Research Center. Take the free trial. Get involved. 7-day free trial, folks. It'll last well into next week. You'll get the Hidden Gem next week. You'll get, obviously, the No Hype live broadcast Q&A. You'll get the new alerts. You'll get the alerts from today. Take that free trial. We'll see you soon.